Hi there, this is Andrew, continuing on with my theories about planets and Earth. So earlier, I have another one. It's called Big Bang Theory Alternative and Creation of Modern Universe, which I explained in brief my theory about the creation of the universe, the modern universe, not the original universe. I believe there was something here before that. But today I'd like to talk about, actually later today from my last one, I'd like to talk about the megaplanet that existed in our solar system before it was a solar system. So I have this crazy belief that there was a megaplanet, and it was self-sustaining. It didn't require any sort of, it sat in the gravitational field. It kind of just sat there and did rotate and had rotating mass. I believe it was, roughly twice the size of the sun in total size, maybe a little less depending. But overall, I think that this planet was heated from the inside out, and I believe that there was an atmosphere based on the fact that the center of this planet was heating the planet. I believe that the creatures that lived on it, if they were humanoid, most likely had, obviously very, very pale skin, having lived in the dark, and probably black eyes, something along the lines of your classic space alien, but probably with a little more gravity type features, like a bigger body and stuff like that. Anyways, so these creatures probably lived on the planet. There was probably plants. There was probably creatures that mostly relied on radar senses, much like the the bats that we see on a regular basis here. They definitely don't depend on their eyesight, to say the least. But I think that basically these people had some sort of sense of that, and I think that even we may have some sense of that, radar vision. I think that basically the whole world was like this. I think that they stumbled upon nuclear technology, and I think that they probably delved in it. But I think there was probably maybe millions of planets like that planet, and it's probably true that they all were in the dark. I believe there was a complete darkness. There was no stars in the sky. There was nothing to look at. So when a fire was set, it was probably a shocker. It was probably something far beyond how we felt about it. It was absolutely amazing when we did it as human beings on this planet. But we also had the sun, and we related the two together immediately. On this planet, there was natural fire. If there was, overbounding plant growth and whatnot. But when man was when those creatures, humanoids, were able to control fire, I believe it was an epic endeavor to study and learn the science and go forth. I think that's what expanded their brains. I also think that there's different levels of evolution, as you would call it, regarding how civilizations would work. I believe that we're basically in the first stage of that evolution, which I believe started around the 1800s, when we decided to come out of our villages and have some science and build a car, for goodness sakes. But if you look at it, that's another theory, and this is my big planet theory.